Once upon a time, in the village of Shomolu lived Sade. Sade is a young, beautiful woman who lived with her mother and siblings. Her father died years ago due to some ailment. She has two other sisters who lived in town. They were responsible for their mother's monthly upkeep. Sade was previously in a relationship with Tunde. Tunde always wanted sex, while Sade was more determined to hold on to her virginity. With so much pressure, Sade caved in to Tunde's request on a gloomy day. Her first sexual experience was not enjoyable at all. The other three times that they had sexual contact, Sade's laps were flapping like an eagle's wings. Sade was always scared to have sex, and this was a turn off for Tunde. Tunde found her to be an unenthusiastic person. Eventually, Sade lost Tunde to Made. Sade could not grant him what he wanted. However, Made was more than willing to give all of herself to Tunde. Made welcomed all Tunde's sexual needs and more. Additionally, Made would also give Tunde her mother's money, buy him extravagant gifts just to hold on to his heart. Naturally, Made is cunning. She befriended Sade when she found out that her and Tunde used to be in a relationship. She thought something was still going on between them behind her back. Her decision to befriend Sade was never genuine. It is with the intention of spying on her and prevent them from coming back together. Sade found out about Made's intention. She ensured to distance herself from Made, but still close enough to avoid suspicion. As time goes on, Sade withdrew completely from Tunde when she realized that she does not need to be in a space that threatens her mental health. Few years later, a young man called Goriola and Sade began a blissful relationship. He treated her well. He made sure all of her needs were met. Sade's family really likes Goriola, especially her mother. Their relationship was great. People around them envy how great they complemented each other. Unknown to Sade, Gori had other women he was seeing. Eventually, Sade found out. She decided to end things with Gori. Gori begged for her forgiveness for weeks. He sent his friends to plead on his behalf. He also begged Sade not to leave him, with the promise that he would never cheat on her ever again. He informed her that he had broken things off with the other women, and Sade believed him. Gori proposed to Sade as a reassurance to solidify his commitment towards her. He emphasized on Sade being the only woman he needs in his life. Months later, a family friend called Bigbe, who is 8 years older than Gori, came forward to confront Sade that she was with Gori's child. That was the straw for Sade. She immediately broke things off with Gori. However, Gori was relentless. He wanted Sade back but could not stop himself from cheating. Sade moved to her aunt's house with the intention to stay hidden and far away from Gori. Sadly for her, Gori found a way to locate her. Sade almost had an heart attack when she saw him. He tried his best to persuade her. Unfortunately for him, it was too late. The days of Sade granting him one more chances were long gone. He reluctantly left after some time. That night, before Sade went to bed, she cried and prayed to God to send her a good loving man, someone deserving of her. She further asked God to help her forget Gori as the pain she was feeling in her chest was too deep. A year later, Okpe, Sade's friend, informed her about a young man called Dayo who was very much interested in dating her. Papa set up a date where she introduced them both to each other. Sade's mother and her sisters began to pressure her to find a man to settle down with. She did not take too well to this. She had wanted to settle down with Gori before things went south. Tayo confessed he had a complicated relationship with another woman, but he would want to get to know Sade better. Sade decided to be friends with Dayo. Perhaps it might lead to something else due to the pressure she had been receiving at home. They started spending a lot of time together. However, their relationship felt more like friends with benefits. They promised not to fall in love with each other. What Sade failed to understand is that the more you spend time with someone, the easier it is to develop affection for them. You may ignore it, but it will eventually catch up with you. Also, she didn't know that she was playing Dayo's game all along. He only saw her as a good time, and that was how he had positioned her in his life. The magical thing about Sade and Dayo's situationship is that they need each other. They don't cling on to one another, but they know how to have a good time. Oftentimes, they have deep conversation about the future. After 12 months of dating each other, Dayo moved to a new village due to his work. However, that never deterred Sade from visiting him from time to time. One particular day, Dayo was ill. He sent a message to Sade. Sade returned his message with a promise to visit him the next day. However, due to an unexpected last-minute chore, Sade arrived at Dayo's house 2 hours later than expected. She found Dayo lying in bed with another woman kissing, with Dayo's cousin Bolu sitting on a bamboo chair playing Ayo. She appeared not shocked by this. She knew men were unreliable. She greeted everyone in the room while calmly taking a seat beside Bolu. An interesting conversation sparked up between Bolu and Sade. This caught Dayo's attention. He joined in the conversation while the bedmates walked out to use the restroom. Few minutes later, the bedmate returned back to the room where she found Dayo and Sade kissing passionately. The bedmate was furious. She angrily pulled Dayo away from Sade and out of the room. She began screaming, "Who is she? Who is that woman? And why were you kissing her?" Sade felt sad for the bedmates. She said, "This one is in love. She doesn't know Dayo at all." Few minutes later, the bedmate stopped ranting. But whatever Dayo said to her is still a mystery till today to Sade. Eventually, the bedmate and Dayo walked back into the room. The bedmate carried a handbag from the bedside, brought out a wad of cash, and gave it to Dayo. She pecks Dayo on the cheek, then exits the room. Immediately she left, Dayo pulled Sade closer. They began chatting like nothing had happened. Dayo sent his cousin Bolu out of the room immediately. After a while, Sade said, "Dayo, so because I came 2 hours late, you invited another woman over." Dayo tried to give her a lame excuse. However, Sade immediately said, "I don't care. I was not planning on staying over before. But now that your bedmate has blessed you with some cash, hand over my share and don't forget to add my transportation cost too." Dayo did as he was told. Later that evening, Dayo and Sade visited a pepper soup and palm wine joint where they spent more of bedmate's money. They returned back home and made passionate love until they both got exhausted. Their situationship continued until months later when Sade realized that she had caught feelings for Dayo. She visited Dayo with the intention of redefining their relationship status. However, Dayo insisted that he preferred their current situation as it was. He said, I don't expect you, Sade, of all people, to fall in love with me. You know me better than anyone. He expresses his wish to have a child with her. However, Sade cannot provide what he actually needs to elevate himself in life. That was a hard blow for Sade. Dayo's statement broke Sade's confidence beyond repair. She was hurt. Sade is good at hiding her true emotions. She put on a tough face and laughed it out. She said, why was I acting stupid? Dayo, thanks for resetting my manuals. Eventually, she stayed for a couple of more hours. On her way back home, she cried in the downfall bus, blaming herself for wanting more. Months went by quickly. Sade still keeps in touch with Dayo. Soon after, she figured since she doesn't have a serious relationship yet, and Dayo wasn't willing to reciprocate our love, she would as well get the best sexual pleasure Dayo could offer till she finds someone else. That was her coping mechanism. Whenever she visits Dayo, after talking for a while, she would request him to make love to her. During one of her visits, Dayo said to her, Sade, you need to stop this. You are using me for sex. She laughed. Of course I am. Since you said I can't provide you with what you need, and I'm here to find a love interest. So I have decided to bury my feelings and stick to your original plan. Dayo's ego was hurt. He made his bed, so he would lie in it. He also knew Sade was hurt. He did care for her, but he had his ambition to consider above her. Few months later, fortunately for Sade, a young, sweet, handsome man called Yemi picked love interest in Sade. He was everything Sade wanted in a man. He is charming, kind, loving, and caring. The timing was perfect. Sade thanked God for bringing Yemi into her life. Sade and Yemi's relationship was the best she had ever had. He took care of her. He takes her out on romantic dates. In fact, most people believe they would end up as husband and wife. Sade regained her confidence, and you could see the glimpse of hope in her eyes again. Their relationship went on for 3 years before Yemi traveled to Lagos for a job opportunity. However, they stayed in contact with each other until Yemi stopped contacting Sade. Sade almost went crazy. The distance between them that she could endure, but not hearing from him was too much for her fragile heart to handle. She felt she was losing yet another part of herself. A year later, she found out that Yemi had gotten a rich merchant's daughter pregnant in Lagos. She almost died of heartbreak. She was sick for almost 6 months. She cried every time and she refused to eat or step out of the house. She felt something was wrong with her. Why can't she keep a man? Why isn't she enough? Why can't she end up with her soulmate? Why does everyone she loves end up leaving her? Why? She questioned God. She decided to pour her heart into her work. She was committed to be successful. Perhaps she would be good enough for them then. She remained single for 8 years and stayed focused on her work. The constant daily reminder from her sisters and mother, and the constant pressure on her that her biological clock was ticking. Sometimes they would say she was too picky. She knew they wanted the best for her. However, they refused to understand her and the pain she has been carrying around for the past years. Eventually, Sade married a man just to satisfy her nagging family. She's mostly depressed in her marriage. She wished she had done things differently, by making better choices, perhaps things might be different or things might have turned out better for her. What do you think is the issue with Sade's love life? Feel free to share your opinion in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next episode. Ó dàbọ̀ o.